This vignette provides you with an overview of how to build a risk register. If your organization already has a risk register that you're comfortable with, there's no need in going through this step. You can progress on to the next step of the risk scorecard. So there are three main steps we need to go through. First, help you establish the appropriate categories of risk to use as a memory jogger for your organization to identify where risks may be occurring. We'll use that to determine which specific risks may actually be occurring by understanding the impact and likelihood of each risk as it relates to each of your strategic objectives. Based on the priority of those objectives and the impact, we'll be able to help you build a list of what are the key potential risks going on in your organization. To develop the categories of risk, what we'll do is begin with a blank spreadsheet. And on the spreadsheet template we'll be giving you, we'll be putting in the strategic objectives and priorities that you completed from the first step, Module 1. Then we'll provide you with a series of possible risk category frameworks, such as the one you're seeing here from CASO, that allows you to begin to establish an appropriate framework to evaluate risk potential in your organization. In the spreadsheet, we'll list those across the top. So in this example, we've taken the risks from CASO and put them across the top of the spreadsheet. You may find that you can use these risk categories, or you may modify them to suit your needs. Once you've completed building your risk categories, you then need to determine where those risks may be occurring in your organization. To do that, what we'll do is take a look at each risk category, in this case economic risk, and understand its impact and likelihood of occurring against each of the strategic objectives. And we'll rank those from 1 to 5 using a standard risk methodology. And the spreadsheet will give you a visible representation of how much risk could possibly be occurring in that area. Based on that, we'll be able to give you an overall potential risk footprint across each of those risk categories. In fact, if we look down each risk category area, we'll determine which are the significant risks. We can also determine that horizontally by looking at each of the strategic objectives to see which ones might be at most risk based on the risk category analysis you've completed. Using this, we'll be able to finally help you build a risk registry. What you'll do is identify where the major risks are occurring, and for each one of those, determine what are the specific risks that might be occurring in your organization that would contribute to those observed high scores by risk category. And in some cases, there may be one or more risks that you need to capture in your risk registry. Once done, you'll be ready to begin building your risk analysis.